his army just is not that good. Hey, what's up guys? Crispin Sky here, and today we're gonna be reviewing a replay against a dark player. And the reason I want to replay and review this game is because I was struggling really hard against the undeads, because I really did not know how to beat them up until now. And I wanted to share my thoughts and views on how you should play this matchup against the dark player, I mean the undead, as the light player. And I've been trying out a lot of new things, and I think I found the most efficient and best build or units to go up against the undead, especially against the zombies and the venom spitters. Okay, so I'm gonna skim this first part, and I'm just gonna tell you just what I did in the build. But yeah, let's go. And I just used the build I showed in the previous video, but I really don't know how to start it off correctly, so I urge you to watch other guys that are better than me to see how they go on with the build. And as you can see, I start off with the barracks farm, 20 food, and you should have in total, I think, 10 workers. So I send out my scout, as you do, to see how and what my opponent is doing. And I start off with a double barracks. I upgrade my castle, get my monument and elven tree, plus I get my altar to get my paladin. And yeah, he got control of the map pretty early, and earlier than me, but up until I get my army, I really don't like to send out my units. And I'm gonna stop the video right here. And I don't know if light players don't do this very often, but they don't get like a knight or two, so they can get the observer towers, because against footmen, against soldiers and grunts, the knight does not really lose 1v1. Plus, if you are good at micro and mechanics, you can move the knight around, and the grunt cannot hit your knight. And it's really good if you want to get a hit or a kill on the grunt. Okay, so I'm gonna continue with the replay, and I'm gonna send it to ×1. And yeah, I also like getting a sanctuary and the healers, because it's really good versus most of the team comps. But as you can see, my dark friend right here is going the undeads, because this guy is really broken, but you will see how I beat him. I'm gonna start going forward a lot faster, so I get my desired army. I send out my knight, and you will see how I micro this, so I kill that guy. You see, if you run the knight around, he can't really hit you, and you do bonus damage as the knight when you move around. But I see his army right here. I pull back, and I send out my army to meet him. And my army right now beats his army, because he does not really have grunts, and the only front line he has is the eater. And my units are buffed up by the healers, so he cannot really kill them. I suicide my soldier and my knight here for no reason, but still, I mean, he does not have the army to beat mine. He concentrates my knight, he kills him, but I send out my soldiers on his archers. And the bad thing I think he did was focused on my paladin, and I get the kill on him, so I beat him. And as you can see, he started going the dark gates, and he's gonna start out pumping. He's gonna start pumping out the zombies. And against zombies, my army currently right now will 100% lose. Plus he's gonna get venom spitters on there, and my army cannot deal with his currently. Yeah. So I'm gonna speed along because I kill him. I get the chest. I get the observer tower right there, and he's continuing with his undead. So you have to scout to see what they are doing so you can build according to that. So what I did was I sent out my army to see what he is building. Gonna speed along right here. So he did a really good thing right here where he sent out his zombies and built an insane undead army. But you will see, okay, so I see the zombies. I'm gonna stop right here. So I see the zombies, and as you can see, I upgraded my elven tree plus my sanctuary. I upgraded my dwarven forge, and plus I upgraded my barracks to level 2. So currently my army loses to his, and the mistake I did here, I think, is I suicided basically to his army, and I do not have the defenses ready. So what I thought was good are ballistas and copters versus his undead army, but you will see that that is not the correct play to do. I mean, copters are not bad versus them, but copters die easily to venom spitters, and they can get focused down a lot by the archers, and the zombies are gonna kill every basically unit that I have here, because the zombies have my units do not have the damage to kill his zombies. So you will see my loss right here. Luckily for me, he did not get the position he wanted, because he was waiting for his venom spitters right here. I'm gonna speed along. He went out. I'm pulling my army back so he doesn't rush into my base or do some cheeky tactics, and I get the vision, so he really cannot go where he pleases. And I'm gonna stop right here, and you will see why this army does not work against what he has. I got wind mages, which are pretty good versus the venom spitters, but they're low in number and get targeted down by the how do you call them, the archers, and my ground army just loses to his zombies, because every kill he gets from me, he gets a zombie out. So yeah, I just get rolled over because his venom spitters and his zombies just destroy my army. And what I did, and I urge other people to do, is get a healthy amount of wind mages. You should get a healthy amount of copters, and maybe a ballista and a sniper to help out the copters and the other army you get. And as the front line, which are really good versus the zombies, you should get warsmiths. And warsmiths, you will see later on in the video, just in a few moments, they just completely destroy them. He regrouped. He also got these kills, so he gets more zombies. And luckily for me, he didn't attack immediately and he didn't kill me, which I think it was pretty bad from him. I thought he could, but I guess he had some different plan in mind. So he got the kills there. He got a lot more zombies, but I had time to rebuild my army. So as you can see, I got a sniper, I get warsmiths, I get a good amount of how do you call them, the wind mages, plus I got my 2 heroes out. And versus this army, his army just is not that good. I'm gonna speed along here. And he also did a really bad play, which I would like to point out, is he suicided his ether into my army, and you will see how that happened right here. Yeah, I just show my army, and he thought he was gonna like do something here, but I really don't know what he thought he was gonna do. Yeah. And with my defenses and this army, his army is just useless. And you'll see how they get easily destroyed. He does not have the damage to kill my ground army, so he gets no zombies, and the rest just follow and they just die. And I do not think the rest of the game is that interesting, because I just pull my army up, wait for them to get here, start attacking his towers, pull back, attack again, and they just collapse, because the venom spitters are, I think, get destroyed by the magic from the magic attacks from the how do you call them, the wind mages. And I'm gonna reiterate again, I don't know why the replay does this, but whenever you finish the game, it just continues on and doesn't say who won and or when it ended in the replay, but out of the replay, yes, it does. And yeah, that was it. Here he just surrendered because my army, he does not have, I think he does not, yeah, he does not have the gold or the resources to continue building up his army. Plus I destroyed a lot of his towers and units, so he does not have anything to continue to grow. So yeah, I beat him. I'm gonna exit right now, finish the battle. Yeah, and that was that, guys. That's what I wanted to show, how I beat my opponent and how I beat the undead players. I used warsmiths, wind mages, and against the venom spitters and his ground army. I got out my two how do you call them, the two champions which I used, which are the paladin and the bombardier, which the bombardier is really good with splash damage, so he kills a lot of the zombies when they want to attack him. Plus he has anti-air, so if you need anti-air, he kills the venom spitters also. So yeah, that was that, guys, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.